Howdy folks, I'm Scott. Welcome to Adrenaline Fueled Firearms. Look, same shirt. I want to talk a little bit about other than tacky shirts. 6.8 SPC versus 223 Remington versus a couple other things specifically. Moving from the 223 Remington conversation up into the more modern calibers. Like the 6.8 SPC, but also maybe talk a little bit about 6ARC and some other options. So, I've said it before, 223 exists, it's inexpensive. If your only reason for having 223 is to shoot it out of an AR inexpensively, I got a better plan for you. Go with a 9mm PCC. 147 grain 9mm work just great for home defense. Shoot them out of pistols all the time. Suppressible, 147 grainers are subsonic. 223 isn't really suppressible. It's still pretty loud inside a house. So if home defense is your plot, 100% embrace the AR, but look at a 9mm PCC, Pistol Caliber Carbine. 45 Auto Pistol Caliber Carbine. Same argument. Less expensive ammunition than, say, 300 Black, 6.8 SPC, 6mm ARC, 6.5 Grendel. I mean, there's some pricey ammo out there in some of the common chamberings available for your AR15. So if cost is your main consideration, home defense is your primary use that you're considering, seriously look at 9mm PCCs. Bear Creek Arsenal, I think I've got $350, $400 in mine, and I bought that as a complete upper and lower because compatibility issues. Yeah, they're a thing. You look into PCCs, they're not the kind of critter you're just going to slap a upper on a lower and go to town. But PCCs are available in a number of different chamberings, and one of the things you may want to seriously consider is what's your handgun. Your handgun's a Glock? That's great. Something goes sideways and maybe your option is the zombie apocalypse. Not saying any names. Maybe your theory is, the zombie apocalypse and you want universality, interchangeability between your sidearm and your primary. For no other reason than if your primary goes down due to a severe jam or a complete failure, you can take the exact same magazines and slap them in your exact handgun that you're carrying right there on your hip and just keep popping zombies. You know what? Realistically, nothing wrong with that concept, as long as you researched it and that was what you wanted to do and you got there. But there are readily available Pistol Caliber Carbine lowers from several different companies, including CMMG, which is a company out of Missouri, which means I'm going to pimp them here for free because I live in Missouri and because I can. I believe at this time they're offering PCC lowers in Glock, SIG, and maybe Smith & Wesson, but I know Glock and SIG for a fact. And let's think here. The M17 is a what? Oh yeah, the M17 and M18 current military sidearms are SIG P320 magazines. So then if your consideration is possibly coming across, croaked soldiers who couldn't keep up with the flood of undead that were coming forward, you can scrounge their mags. It's a plan. The biggest thing is you need to figure out what your exact main point is and your main theory behind it. You're going to want to train it. You're going to need to train it because otherwise you're not going to be safe or competent with it. You need to put so many rounds downrange every year on top of any base training. Training is the most important aspect here. Training is the one thing that you are not going to be able to avoid. You cannot realistically expect to put no rounds through a firearm and then have some type of emergency come up and be safe for yourself and your family and other people around you if you have absolutely no experience with the firearm you have purchased. Do not, under any circumstances, just purchase a firearm and and throw it in a glove box or a closet or under the bed or in a handgun safe in the bedstand or something else, and think that just ownership of that firearm has solved all your problems. It hasn't. What will solve more of your problems? Training. Don't ever purchase so expensive that you can't afford to train, because you've completely defeated the purpose. You know, I mean, let's face it, you live out in the boondocks and you think the boss zombie is going to be what's going to come in to get you that you got to defend your family from. Maybe a Barrett Light 50 rifle is the solution for you at $5 every time you pull the trigger or more. Train with that, mother. So look at your unicorn calibers. Some of them will have more or less punch at different ranges and variables depending on what you're looking at. My original caliber conversation discussed people that were dealing with an under 50-yard engagement. Let's talk about, or excuse me, under 100-yard engagement. Let's talk about beyond 100 yards. Let's talk about some calibers that will remain effective beyond the 100-yard mark. 223 is included. It's good out to about 300 yards, according to the military. Sure, whatever you think. 6.8 SPC. My understanding is you're good out to around 500 yards, roughly. Depends on your optics, your barrel length, and a lot of other factors. The fact of the matter is the projectile was formulated to reach out further than 223 and to deliver more energy on target beyond 223, to penetrate better than 223 at all ranges, but definitely beyond the 300-meter mark, which is, military uses meters for those of you who aren't real experienced. At least they did in my day. I don't know what they do today because I live in a basement and hide from the rest of the world because I think the zombies are coming to eat my face. So you have your 6.8 SPC, you have your 7.62x39. Just like the Pistol Caliber Carbine concept. 7.62x39, as far as I know, is still pretty flipping common inside and outside of the United States. Let's face the facts, folks. The AK-47 appears on more national flags than the AR-15. How common do you think 7.62x39 ammo is based on that demographic alone? Right. 5.45x39 was its replacement, is more common nowadays in modern militaries that have used the AK pattern firearms. Once upon a time, I was actually buying it when I was shooting it out of an AK-74. I was buying it cheaper than the 223 steel-cased Wolf when I could find it, which was the problem in the early 2000s. Not the early 2000s anymore. That ammunition is moderately available, is a little bit higher than 223 for now. I think part of that may be due to the fact that some country has decided to invade some other country and they're both shooting a lot of 5.45x39 at each other. Maybe the price will come back down. We'll see. I'm not going to bet my soul on that crap. But it is an option. There are parts available for it. You'll want to use a different magazine. If you don't want to use a different magazine, your options are a little narrower. I think 6.5 Grendel will theoretically feed out of a standard magazine, but I haven't been very impressed with it doing so. 458 SOCOM will theoretically feed out of a standard AR magazine, but I'm not real sure that's great. But probably if you go with nearly any type of caliber, you're probably going to use different magazines than the 223 uses. Prepare for that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with owning one lower and multiple uppers to do different jobs. I have a 24-inch 6.5 Grendel AR upper. Now, I'm not sure it'll put something down out to 1,000 yards, but I have seen people shoot it out to 1,000 yards. And I wish I could find a 1,000-yard range so that I could put some rounds down range and get in practice myself on that theory. But you wish in one hand and poop in the other one, and guess which one fills up first most of the time? Right. Poop. Just spoiler alert, the poop hand. So you have a lot of caliber options. Might also have an itchy upper lip. Somebody's probably talking about me or my shirt. Eating cats is apparently not popular with some people, but whatever works. My mom gave me this shirt. Since I live in her basement, sometimes I kind of have to pretend that I like the stuff she gives me. So, look at all your different cartridges. Explore other things. Explore different price points. Train with anything and everything you have, because otherwise it's completely pointless. train with reputable instructors, train basics on your own. Just train, man. Just do your research, figure out what caliber it is you want, that you want to reach out further with, to do other things with, explore the 223, move on to other things. Y'all take care. Thanks for putting up with me. Thanks for watching my vid. I hope you like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy my other videos, and I hope you stick around to see the stuff that's coming up down the road. There will be much more analysis, a lot more stuff that ain't just opinion, and I might even try to do some maths, because I like y'all. I like my subscribers so much that as much as I hate the maths, I will even do maths for you folks. If that doesn't get you to like and subscribe, I don't know what will. Take care. We'll see you later.